Good evening. A warm welcome to State of Business RTV's Primetime News Bulletin. You're with me, Rukshi Panditaratna. Let's take a look at the headlines first. Colombo Port ranked 13th best connected port in the world. SLIDA Green Week exhibition begins in Colombo. And today on Top Stories, according to the index compiled by Drewry, a UK-based shipping and maritime consultant, Sri Lanka's Colombo Port has been ranked the 13th best connected port in the world in 2017, moving up 5 places from 18 a year earlier. The Drewry Global Container Port Connectivity Index recently announced the top 20 ports with new entries of Jebel Ali and Algeciras to the listing for the fourth quarter of 2017. The shipping consultancy Drewry, that has launched a regular bespoke index of port connectivity in the latest edition of its Ports and Terminals Insight report, aims to show how well connected the world's container ports are. The index divides the world into 7 major zones and measures each port's breadth of connectivity by the number of regions served and how many mainline services call per week. The Drewry Global Container Port Connectivity Index, that signifies the importance of port connectivity, as important as size or scale, consists of 2 variables: the number of mainline services calling at each port per week and the regions in the world to which each port is directly linked. Accordingly, Colombo Port exceeded 6.1 million 20-foot equivalent unit target and is expected to reach the 7 million TEU target by end of this year. Sri Lanka Ports Authority recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the terminal operators of the Colombo Port to operate collectively to promote the port. At present, Colombo Port has 3 terminals: the state-owned Jaya Container Terminal and the private-public partnerships South Asia Gateway Terminal and Colombo International Container Terminal. Now let's take a look at a few more stories in brief. The 14th edition of Raigam Telly's Telly Awards ceremony was held at the Nelum Pukuna Mahinda Rajapaksa Theatre last Saturday. Raigam Telly's is the only telefilm awarding ceremony in the region held within the first quarter immediately after the end of year under review. The theme for the 14th Raigam Telly's was Madin, to signify the impartial judgments and the month of March. 18 awards under the category of Excellence in Teledrama and 19 awards under the category of Excellence in Television Media Programs were announced, while recipients of awards under other categories such as Jury Awards, Popular Awards, Awards of Appreciation and Awards for Channels were also announced at the event. The SLIDA Green Week exhibition, organized by the Sri Lanka Institute of Development Administration, was inaugurated under the patronage of the German ambassador John Rode at the SLIDA auditorium this morning. The exhibition is comprised of sales outlets where organic products, vegetables and flower plants, non-toxic foods, traditional sweetmeats and herbal drinks. Essay, poster and speech competitions for school children will be held, and green projects will also be implemented during this week. The SLIDA Green Walk will be held on 29th of March. Entrance to the exhibition is free and it will be open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. till 29th March. The SLASCOM 4IR Hackathon, organized by SLASCOM and Virtusa, was held in Colombo recently. The event sought to encourage innovation and entrepreneurship among Sri Lankans and help startups in the country embracing the 4th Industrial Revolution. This first-of-its-kind event allowed both university students and industry professionals to ideate, prototype and present solutions to a panel of industry leaders and investors. 31 teams comprising of a total of 3 to 5 young digital disruptors took part in the first round. The teams developed solutions based on artificial intelligence, blockchain, machine learning, deep learning, robotics, process automation, Internet of Things and microservices over a 24-hour period. Team Phoenix from the University of Murutwa invented a wearable which tracks and compiles foot pressure data to predict diabetes-related foot ulcers and won the grand prize of Rs 500,000. Let's take a look at more news after this break. Welcome back. Addressing the weekly press conference of the Socialist Alliance, former parliamentarian Tissa Vitarana made the following statements with regards to Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe.
අගමැතිතුමාට බලයේ ඉන්න අවස්ථාව දික්කලෝතින් වෙන දේ හොඳටම පැහැදිලි වුණා ගිය සතියේ සම්මත වුණ අර මුදල් කොමිටියක් පිහිටුවීමේ පනත සම්බන්ධව. කියන්නේ ඒ විශේෂ කොමිටිය පිහිටවලා තියෙන්නේ අප රටේ දැන් සීග්‍රයෙන් වැඩි වෙලා තියෙන විශාල ණයබර රුපියල් ට්‍රිලියන 11.7ක් ඒ ගාන මේ සලකලා රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහට බලය දෙනවා අගමැති හැටියට එයින් 10න් පංගුවක් 1 ට්‍රිලියන 1.1ක් සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම කිසිම විවේචනයක් විගණනයක් සොයා බැලීමක් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ හෝ පිටින් කරන්න ඉඩ මේ අවශ්‍යතාවය නැතුව විශ්වාසභංග යෝජනාවක් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේ තියෙද්දි පාර්ලිමේන්තුව සම්මත කරලා දෙනවා නම් ඒ වාගේ බලයක් අපිට හිතන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා මෙතුමා ඒ තනතුරෙන් අහක් කරන්නේ නැතුව රැඳී ඉන්න ඉඩ දුන්නොත් මොකක්ද අපේ රටට වෙන්න යන්නේ කියලා.
Now let's take a look at the weekly economic indicators released by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka last Friday. According to CBSL, the National Consumer Price Index headline inflation decreased to 3.2% in February 2018 from 5.4% in January 2018 on year-on-year basis. The GDP grew by 3.1% in real terms in 2017, mainly attributed to a 3.2% growth in services activities and 3.9% growth in industry activities, while agriculture activities reduced by 0.8% in value-added terms. Moreover, during the period, crude oil prices followed an increasing trend. Price increases were mainly supported by tensions in the Middle East, healthy oil demand, and the plans for extensions of production cuts. U.S. crude inventories fell by 2.6 million barrels last week. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia plans to extend OPEC and Russian-led production cuts into 2019 in order to tighten the market. Overall, both Brent and WTI prices rose by US dollars 3.8 barrel and US dollars 3.1 per barrel, respectively, within the period. The weekly average weighted prime lending rate for the week ending 23rd March 2018 increased by 17 BPS to 10.99% compared to the previous week. The reserve money increased compared to the previous week mainly due to increase in currency in circulation. The total outstanding market liquidity increased to a surplus of 24.24 billion rupees by end of the week compared to 41.46 billion rupees by the end of last week. Moreover, during the year up to 23rd March 2018, the Sri Lanka rupee depreciated against the US dollar by 2%. Given the cross-currency exchange rate movements, the Sri Lanka rupee depreciated against the pound sterling by 6.7%, euro by 5.2%, Japanese yen by 8.9%, and Indian rupee by 0.5% during this period. Let's take a look at stocks after this break. Welcome back. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a positive note today. The All Share Price Index gained 4.85 points to close at 6,448.6, and the S&P/SL 20 gained 11.71 points to close at 3,635.35. The turnover was 1.5 billion rupees and 57.2 million shares were traded. Let's take a look at today's Forex rates. Thank you for watching State of Business. See you tomorrow at the same time. Till then, take care. Good night.